Hi friends, good evening. Welcome to Shankaran IA Study Circle. This is Dr. Harinath Reddy. Today in this particular video, we will try to discuss about power sector in India. The facts related to power sector. As all of you know that science and technology carries 30 marks in APPSC Group 1 prelims exam, and in the proposed syllabus for APPSC Group 2, science and technology carries 75 marks. And energy is one of the chapters in both APPSC Group 1 Science and Technology syllabus and also APPSC Group 2 syllabus. You can definitely expect one question from this table. So this data relating to the power sector, it is of very recent data and it is updated on October 19, that is this month, just 10 days back. So the data is the most recent one. And relating to this, let us see the power sector data in India. So if you see the table here, the total installed power capacity, in India by September 2022, here you can see the date, September 30, that is last month, September 30, by the end of last month 2022, the total installed power capacity in India, it is 4,07,797 megawatt. Out of this, you can broadly categorize this into fossil fuel, non-fossil fuel. Here you can see on the table, fossil fuel, power generated from fossil fuels include power generated from coal, lignite, gas, natural gas and diesel. So the power produced from these sources, coal, lignite, natural gas and diesel, together come under fossil fuel. So the total power which is generated from fossil fuels as on September 30, 2022, it is a 2,36,086 megawatt. So this accounts for 57.9% of the total installed power capacity in this country. So the power which is produced through fossil fuels, it accounts for 57.9% of the total installed power capacity in this country. Then we have the second category, non-fossil fuels. So this non-fossil fuel, it is again divided into two categories, renewable energy and nuclear. So renewable energy and nuclear together is called non-fossil fuel. So the total power which is produced through non-fossil fuels, it is 1,71,710 megawatt. So it accounts for 42.1% of the total installed power capacity in this country. Total non-fossil fuel based power produced in this country as on September 30, 2022, it is 1,71,710 megawatt, which accounts for 42.1%. As I told you, this non-fossil fuel again contains two categories, renewable energy, nuclear. So here nuclear power, it accounts for 6,780 megawatt. So in the total installed power capacity in this country, nuclear power, it accounts for just 1.7%. And then in the non-fossil fuel category, in non-fossil fuel power, one category is renewable energy. So this renewable energy power produced through renewable energy sources, it includes large hydro, wind, solar, biomass power, waste to energy, small hydro power. See here, large hydro, small hydro. So large hydro, it accounts for 46,850 megawatt of the total installed power capacity in this country, 46,850 megawatt. So it accounts for 11.5% in the total installed power capacity. Then if you take wind, So 41,666 megawatt is the total power produced through wind sources, and it accounts for 10.2% of the total installed power capacity. And when it comes to solar, the total power which is produced through solar energy 60,814 megawatt, and that accounts for 14.9% of the total power produced in this country. Biomass power, it accounts for 10,206 megawatt, which is 2.5% of the total power installed in this country. Waste to energy, it's very small, 495 megawatt, which accounts for 0.1% of the total installed power capacity. Then small hydropower, again 4,899 megawatt, it accounts for merely 1.2% of the total installed power capacity. Then when it comes to fossil fuel, here again there are 4 categories: coal, lignite, gas, natural gas and diesel. Coal alone accounts for 50% of the total installed power capacity in this country. And then it accounts for 2,04,079 megawatt. The total power produced through coal 2,04,079 megawatt, and it accounts for 50% of the total installed power capacity. Then the power produced through lignite, it is 6,620 megawatt, which accounts for 1.6% of the total installed power capacity. Then the power which is produced through natural gas, it is 24,824 megawatt, which accounts for 6.1% of the total installed power capacity. And then the power which is produced through diesel, it's very small, it is just 562 megawatt, which accounts for 0.1% of the total installed power capacity. Then again, the total installed power capacity in India as on 30 September 2022 is 4,07,797 megawatt. This I told you in the very beginning. And this power, it is broadly divided into 3 categories: central sector, that is power produced through central government; state sector, the power produced by all the states together; private sector, the total power produced by the private sector. So here the highest share of the installed power capacity in this country is that of private sector. It accounts for 2,03,825 megawatt, roughly 50% of the installed power capacity in this country. It is coming from the private sector. Then the power which is produced from the state sector, it is almost 1/4, 1,04,966 megawatt. It roughly accounts for 25.7% of the total installed power capacity. And then similarly, the central sector, the power produced through central sector, it's again 99,005 megawatt, which is 24.3% of the total installed power capacity. Take it for granted from this table at least one question, at least one. So more than one question can come in APPSC Group 1 prelims, upcoming prelims, and also APPSC Group 2. At least 3 to 5 questions can come from this single table alone. So thank you. So this information will be very useful even for using this in the mains answers. When you write mains answers in the science and technology paper, definitely 1 or 2 questions will come on energy chapter, and for that this data will add value to your answer. Thank you.